One of the questions that we get asked quite often in the real estate industry is, how's the market? You know, people are always intrigued and interested in knowing about real estate. And more recently, people knowing that the market has been extremely brisk have been asking, so where do you think it's going to go to next? Like, how long can this last? Questions like that. And you know, those are broad, big questions. And in order to get a real understanding of, to get a compelling answer to that question or to those questions, we really need to break it down into smaller chunks. And so the blog post that we've put out on our website at homeandproperty.ca seeks to address those sub-questions that help define an accurate or a compelling answer to that broader question of where's the market headed. One of the questions has to do with pricing. You know, CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, indicated in their report recently that year over year, from June of 2020 to June of 2021, across the country, prices increased by 19.5%, 19.6%, I believe it was. And in our area, price increases have been more than 30%. So that's really quite a drastic increase. Now, CREA says that next year, 2022, there's going to be a moderating influence on prices. It can't continue to rise, and they expect that in 2022 there will still be price increases on average, but they'll be much smaller, more in the range of they anticipate about 0.6%, so less than 1% increase in 2022. So that's one component, pricing. Another sub-question or a smaller bite-sized question in regards to that bigger question of where the market is headed has to do with supply and demand. You know, right now, if you look at the MLS system, again, across the country, there's less than a 2-month supply of inventory. In order for there to be a balanced market, we need to have more like 5 months supply. And so right now, sellers are really in the driver's seat because there's not a lot of inventory. It's a very tight market. And on the other side, demand is quite high. Now, demand is going to moderate and has already begun to moderate because over the last 3 months we've seen a decline in actual sales numbers in our area. But the demand is still that's kind of happening at the same time that the supply side has been tightening. So there's not really, it's not helping to increase the total amount of supply. So supply and demand is another component in addressing that bigger question, where is the market headed to next? Another question that's important is construction starts. Last year, 2021, there was around 217,000 new home building permits taken out, so construction starts across the country, 217,000. This year, they anticipate that when it's all said and done, we're going to be higher at around 230,000 construction starts. And next year, they're anticipating that it's going to go even higher to around 235 or 236,000 construction starts. So that'll help mitigate kind of soften or increase the supply side of the equation, and that'll also have an impact on the overall question, again, where's the market headed? And then finally, mortgage interest rates. Right now, interest rates are below 2%, and CREA anticipates that a 5-year fixed rate mortgage is going to increase to around 3% in 2022. So that'll have a mitigating effect as well, because it'll mean that especially on the lower first-time buyers and people that are stretched to the limit, it's going to knock some people out of the market, and that again will have a bearing on the demand side of the equation. Anyway, those components are all addressed in greater detail in that blog post that I referred to earlier on our website, homeandproperty.ca. If you go onto the website, you'll see a blog section, and you just click that. There's a drop-down menu, and the first one on there addresses these questions. I think you'll find the information there compelling and interesting, and I hope you find value in it for yourself as you reflect on maybe you're thinking about selling, maybe you're thinking about buying, and that kind of information can help you in formulating your plan going forward. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you in this forum, and look forward to speaking to you again soon. Have a great day.